do this the hard way. My body wants to be in your arms, baby. Something I regret in the morning, but I just can't.
So what are we doing here? Why am I doing my best impression of an Oompa-Loompa? Surprise weekend, I'm doing a show. I have entered into the WNBF Supernatural show. This wasn't something I've been planning on doing, to be honest, really, ever. It was always something I toyed with, maybe I will one day, maybe I won't. And we decided about 12 days before this show that, you know what, we're in good condition, we're never gonna get a better opportunity, let's just do it. So we've signed up, I've come down, I'm in Birmingham, I've just had my tan on, it's the morning of the show, I've got about an hour and a half before I need to be there, and we're ready, and this is it. It's weird. It's not something I ever thought I'd do. It's not something I can say I'm overly nervous about. I'm very much going into this show, I think, in quite a nice position because I don't have any emotional attachment to this. I've not been dieting for this show for so long. I've not been pinning all my hopes and dreams of success on this show. I'm going into this show just for the experience. Like, I am more than comfortable with the fact that I probably won't place. I'm just going for the experience to see how it feels to be in a show, to be on stage, everything like that. And for me, got here in the condition that I need to be in so that I don't look out of place on stage. Having practiced with my posing for the last few months, which is now coming in quite handy, I feel like I've already done that. I feel like I've already achieved the goal and ticked that box. There's no pressure. Very few people know I'm even here. So my other half, obviously she knows I'm here, Sophie. My coach knows I'm here. My posing coach knows I'm here, and one of my clients knows that I'm here because I prepped him for 2 of his own shows in the last month or so. So I thought I'd let him know because he very much actually as well inspired me to do this. So 4 people know I'm here, and that's it. And that's how I wanted it because I didn't want any pressure on myself. This isn't a big deal to me. This isn't something that I'm going to start pursuing. It is just to turn up, get it done, have the experience, see how I find it, and go home. And that's it. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good actually. I've no idea what's going to happen. I've no idea how I'm going to feel when I get there. No idea if the nerves are going to hit me as soon as I see the stage, maybe, but we'll see. So that's what's going on. That's where we are, and that's what's about to happen. I should be on around 12 o'clock. I'm about the 4th or 5th class of the day, which is actually quite nice because the physique typically are right at the end of the day. But for my class in physique, the short class, they've brought it forward towards the start of the day. So actually I should be done by about lunchtime and heading back home early afternoon, which is quite nice. And I can have the rest of the day to chill with Sophie and Baloo. So looking forward to that. But yeah, here we are. Surprise show weekend, WNBF, Supernaturals. Let's see what happens.
Maze.
I'm all up in my feelings. I call your phone 'cause I can't get enough. And I got work in the morning, early sleep, I'm loving it up. And why I gotta do this the hard way? My body wants to be in your arms, baby. Something I regret in the morning, but I just can't resist when you call.
Next on stage, competitor number 39, Jane.
Okay, so show's over. I'm halfway home. I've just pulled up into the services. Fortunately, didn't really get a chance to film a lot whilst we were backstage and pumping up. You know, didn't really want to be whipping out a camera when everyone else was getting a pump on. It was thought it would look a little bit weird more than anything. But it was a good show. Very, very, very start. I think there were 17 of us-ish on stage, so a very, very cramped stage. You know, we didn't go for that. We knew we wouldn't. We went for the experience to see how I found it. And sitting here immediately post-show, I can definitely say I enjoyed it. I can definitely say I'm glad that I did it and I don't regret doing it. I don't know how I feel about whether I would ever be bothered about doing it again. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get home, chill out tonight, have some food, and then at some point tomorrow I think I'm going to sit down and have a bit of a think and talk to you guys about my thoughts on the whole experience, what it means now going forward, if I'd ever do it again and everything like that. But I think I'm going to take a day or so to reflect. So we're on our way home now. I've got some sort of protein dough cookie thing we got given at the show, so I'm going to snack on that. I've got my big 1.5 litre of water to sip on as I go, and then we're going to go from there. So yeah, first ever show ticked off. Enjoyed it, great experience, very well run by the WNBF. Glad I did it. So let's get home, chill out for the evening, enjoy the rest of this Sunday, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow when I've had a chance to have a think about it all. So it is now Friday. The last time I spoke to you guys was Sunday, so I've had about 4 or 5 days to reflect on the weekend's experience. And I've actually just this morning received the stage pictures from the day itself. And it's been really cool to be able to look back and see how we were actually looking on the stage. And you know what? I'm pretty happy with the pictures. We actually managed to nail the condition, so we certainly didn't look out of place on the stage. We knew that we'd need more size if we were ever wanting to be competitive on there. We always knew we were going in more than likely not going to place. But like I said at the start, all we wanted to do was make sure we were conditioned enough and posing looked okay. We were given about 20-ish seconds to get that routine done. So it was very, very rushed. But overall, having had a few days to reflect on it, I really enjoyed the weekend. I enjoyed the day more than I probably thought I would have done, deciding just to do it last minute. And it was a cool experience to have, and especially now as a coach, going in and working with some of my guys who want to go through this experience themselves, I've got that first-hand knowledge now to be able to put them through it and help them as much as I possibly can, which is pretty much one of the main reasons I wanted to do it in the first place anyway. So the question then remains, would I ever compete again? And to be blatantly honest with you, no, I probably wouldn't. And that's not for any negative reason. That's not because I didn't enjoy the day. That's not because I didn't think it was worthwhile doing. It is quite literally because I know that if I ever wanted to do it again, it would be to try and be a little bit more competitive. And that is gonna require a good 3 to 4 years at least of committed training and focusing on building as much muscle as I possibly can, and I'd have to dedicate 80 to 90% of my life over the next 3 or 4 years to achieving that goal. And to be honest with you, I'm just not that bothered enough to do it. The thought of putting all of that time over the next few years and that effort into my training to potentially be able to place a little bit higher in the standings and do a little bit better, it just doesn't mean enough to me. I am more than happy with how I looked this past weekend, so I don't really want to be committing that amount of time or effort towards a goal that doesn't really have that much meaning for me. I don't love the process enough to keep putting myself through it. And I've always said, and I've always been very transparent with this on the channel, that I don't love training that much. Do it for an outcome. I do it to look a certain way and to feel a certain way. And when I'm already happy with how I'm looking and I'm feeling, the thought of taking that up another level to achieve an outcome at a higher level and to have to put that much more effort, time and sacrifice into my training and everything else, it's just not what I want to be spending my time doing at all. So no, I probably won't ever compete again. This was never the start of something new. This was never a big goal that we were aiming for. This was just an experience that I'd always be tempted to have, to tick that box, to have that experience as a coach, to be able to say that I've done that, and just to see how I would stack up in a lineup against people that do this day in, day out for years on end. And I'm pretty happy with how we did. And in fact, looking at some of these stage pictures, like the ones up here, especially this back shot, I don't think we could have done any better from a condition point of view. What more could we want? So that's it. That is the full show weekend vlog. That is how the experience went. That is my thoughts and take homes on it. Hope you enjoyed this episode as ever, guys. If you did, don't forget, like, subscribe to the channel for me. I can keep bringing these videos to you. We've got some big plans for the next couple of months with the episodes that we're going to be doing leading into the actual photo shoots that we've been aiming for. So keep your eyes peeled for all of that. And as ever, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.